Ooh, we are on. Let me turn the comments on here. What's going on, Joe Garcia? How you doing? Welcome to podcast to 120 something. I think it's 23. I think that's what it
I don't
is.
know. Sounds good to
Um,
me.
well, it's a pre-party of Happy Thanksgiving because we won't be around next week.
Yeah.
Any plans for you?
Just I'm actually starving myself until then. I'm surviving on grapes and water. I to
For
expand my
real?
stomach, but not like keep me full. So by the time Thanksgiving comes, I'll be ready to eat. But my
Are you
stomach will be
joking?
expanded for the. No, I'm
Yeah.
just messing with
I was like,
you.
but okay. Sometimes you like you'll act like that. You'll start out like that. But you
Okay.
know me because you're saying is this a joke, Mike? You
Yeah.
remember I go two friends, right?
Yes. Whenever you tell me you have a buddy that did something, it's like, oh, this is gonna be a punchline here.
Yeah, yeah. No. Speaking of that, dude, I might as well tell those guys one of them, right?
Please keep it
Some of my
G-rated.
my two friends, George. No, I will. My two friends, George and Walter, right? They speak Spanish and stuff, dude. So you remember that 80s, dude, and 90s when the bungee jumping started taking off, dude, and everybody was bungee jumping. Well,
Yeah.
they started in one summer in Mexico that they put a platform up, dude.
Mhm.
And it took them all summer, dude. And thousands of people started coming, dude, because they were wondering what the hell is going on. What are you laughing at, dude? So
I don't know, man.
anyway, so they build this giant platform, dude. Okay.
Mhm.
To bungee jump, right? Because they were the first ones to take it to Mexico. So
Right.
George goes, "Hey, Walt, listen, all right, we're done. Look at all the people here. We got a giant crowd. I'm gonna
Yeah.
jump down, and then I'm gonna come back up, and then you grab me. Let's see what the crowd says." Walt goes, "All right, man, go ahead." So George jumps, dude, goes all the way down, dude, comes
Mhm.
back up. And Walt looks at him, dude. He's getting ready to catch him, but he's all bloody, like all bloody. He's so freaking surprised he forgets to catch him. So he goes back down, dude. George goes all the way back down, dude. Freaking comes back up. Now he's got a tooth missing, his ears all busted up, his eyes torn up, dude. And he
Oh, no.
grabs him and he goes, "What the hell? What the hell, George? What the hell happened to you, man?" He goes, "I don't know, man. They just kept saying pinata, pinata." That's my that's my cheesy
Oh,
joke, dude.
man.
So.
You need some sound effects on here, man.
All right. Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's up, Ray? How you doing, man? What's up, podcast
Facebook
Facebook user?
user,
All right.
what's up? Andy
Andy
Patrick.
Patrick, man. Hope your podcast went well, man. Sorry we didn't catch it, dude. But and what is this 19th, dude? Right? The 19th. Andy Patrick's got a toy drive coming up, man. So
Oh, right on.
congratulations on that. I hope it goes super, super well. Super well, man.
That's cool.
Um Actually, Anson as well has got they've got a toy drive in December 3rd, I think, or 4th. I will be going to that one because I usually do go to those ones. Andy, I'll try to make that next year, but it's really hard for me to make that one because of my Black Friday. So, and I'll be in Mexico next week too, as well. So,
Oh,
good luck there, dude. Okay.
you going
So,
bungee jumping?
Anson, yeah, Anson PDR.com. Go check them out. You can donate some toys. Obviously, Andy's, you can donate some toys. It's not too late. Andy, you're more than welcome to put a link to that, dude, if you want here, and we'll regurgitate that. So, okay. Uh, is it possible that tiny cracks appear on the paint weeks after a PDR is done to a car? It can, it can, but not very often. So if I don't know. I can't say for sure, but it can.
Hmm.
So that
I
must
guess
be a
anything's
consumer.
possible. It's got me wondering now too, because I very seldom ever see my repairs, 2 weeks later.
I do have a story to tell you though, true story. It's not about a friend and it's not a joke. All right. I
Here we
will tell
go.
it in a second here.
Here we go.
Let's say hi to everybody here. Facebook user, hey, hey, hey.
What's
Danny
up,
D, what's up? What's
Danny?
crack-a-lacking, dude? Hey, there's Craig. What's
Mr.
going
Craig?
on, Craig? Mr.
Howdy,
Cowboy
cowboy.
himself calls us cowboys, California cowboys, man. I don't know you.
California.
Let me get my hat on. Well, I'll tell you. No, he always makes. He goes, that ain't a Texas accent, Mike, dude. Dougie,
I don't know what
Dougie
you're
Hoya says, "What's up? I need to log in. Good evening. What up, Dougie?
What's
I
up,
just talked to
Doug?
Dougie this morning.
Welcome.
Want great. I had the wife on tonight and she crushed it. And yes, the meetup is Saturday. So excited. Well, congratulations. Wow, that's awesome. Get your wifey involved, man.
Right
Get
on.
her in there, Andy.
Power couple.
Thank you so much for the trainer subscriptions and giveaways. Y'all are welcome. Oh, you're totally welcome, Andy. You're good to go, man. Just let me know who you gave them to me and I'll hook it up. What's crack-a-lacking? Adam Jones, what's going on, dude? All right, feels like I'll be here all night, dude. Okay.
Joshua Radloff.
Joshua.
Link to our Amazon wish list for donations. Okay.
Bolt up, yeah, go, man. Freaking Chargers, man. Yeah, he's a big Charger fan, dude.
Is he?
So yeah.
What's up, Alex?
Me. All right, we're gonna. You guys, this is what I'll be honest with you guys. We love you guys participating, man, in our podcast, and you are a big part of our podcast, but you are a big part of our delay too. So you know. Joe's like, don't say that, man. No, I'm kidding. I'm just we make sure that we show our love back, dude. So I didn't read this one. We need to finish the year with a social meetup. Me and we're gonna have two probably. One in December, a smaller one, and then a big boy one in February. So we're thinking about a big old one right there.
Ron, you'll definitely be invited.
What's that?
That was Ron Torres.
Yeah.
One shot. He's definitely going to be invited. So, Don,
try this again. Hey, what's up, Don? Oh, you were on. I know that Facebook stuff, man. It messes everybody up, dude. PDR is all about patience, Mike. Yeah, and dang straight, dude. You know that. So let me tell you, this is what happened here. You guys probably saw me doing a live on Instagram, maybe, and on Facebook. I did one on Facebook, two on Instagram. I was doing this. The hardest tank I ever did in my career, man. It was a dent this big, like a fish, right? It was this big, dude. Honestly, it's like a softball, okay? Deep, and then it had two deep creases in the middle of it. Got to about 90%, got through 90% of it. I had these two slight hard creases. I was over pushing, heating it, over pushing, tapping, over pushing. I was there for a minute, and then I had cleanup. I knew I had a lot of cleanup to do at the end, right? Using some tap downs, and I'm tapping, and all of a sudden, blip, I'm like, what the hell is that? I look at it, I look closer, and there's a bubble in the paint.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, man, freaking okay. I was like, oh my God, Joe. I'm like, I'm at the last bit here. What the hell happened, dude?
Yeah.
I called Daniel Grom. He didn't answer his phone. I called Stephen Hamby. I go, Stephen, dude, this is what's going on. Oh yeah, I saw you do that tank. Yeah. I go, dude, this is what happened, man. It bubbled all of a sudden. Oh, yeah. That's I called Tori Jenkins. That happened to me too a couple times. It's called delamination, and I was like, I never heard of that. What are you talking about? He goes, it's either the paint gets so hot or you're stretching the metal back and forth, or a combination of both, that the the paint just loses contact. And I was stretching it out. So the moral of the story is just letting you guys know that, I'm not afraid to tell you guys what happens in the back scenes, dude. This is PDR life, dude. My stomach sank down. I didn't know how I was going to break it to the customer. I was sending them pictures the whole time, showing them how well it was coming out, and it bubbled, dude. Right. And so luckily I talked to him, and he said, Mike, don't sweat it, man. You know what I'm going to do? I'm taking a raised emblem and I'm putting it right over that anyways, because it doesn't have any emblem on it. And I was thinking about putting one there. Right. I was all sweet. So I cleaned up everything around it, stayed away from that bubble part, because I didn't want it to all of a sudden the paint to break. Mm-hmm. But if you guys ever run into that on a tank, mainly Harley, just be careful. I would get a heat gun that measures the temperature of the paint.
Okay.
Um, Never happened to me. Never thought I'd have to do that, like measure the paint. Because it's all old school. I put it on there. It's, if I can touch it, I'm good. If it's hot
Yeah.
to the touch, I'm good. I don't
Yeah.
want to leave my hand on it, but it's got to be that hot, right? So
Yeah.
I really do think it was probably the stretching and
Yeah.
heat combined. Too hot, I think, honestly, but not hot enough to discolor it because I knew I was keeping an eye on it. It's white paint too, as well.
Oh,
So
yeah. Okay. So
anyway,
let me ask you, Mike, did the bubble flatten out at much after it cooled?
not much. Good question though. Good question. It did slightly. And what
Okay.
really helped too, though, is I took a Pee-wee tap down peak, right? And I
Mm,
was tapping down all the little texture around it. Now, generally, I bring up all that texture near it, and then I sand it down because on tanks, Harley tanks, you can sand forever because they got tons of clear coat. Well, I didn't get an opportunity, so this took me 3 times longer at the end because what I had to do is overstretch all those little micro lows into those clean highs. You know how we look at how we do it,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
and that
Right.
just took a long, 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 long time, dude. But I left the center a little bit bubbled right there, and then he's gonna put an emblem over it. So that
Yeah.
that's how it went.
Yeah. All right. All right. Yeah. Sometimes that does happen. And this was factory Harley paint. Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes it happens, yeah, and sometimes it happens just from the impact of the dent. And
Ha-
I actually have one on video myself on a Kawasaki
Oh,
tank.
if you had one
Yeah,
happen to you?
yeah, it was not vintage. It was like '80s Kawi, and and it was a sharp dent, right? And I just put heat on it, and in the video, the paint rises up, and you can't even see the dent once it does that.
Yeah.
And then I
Yeah.
take the heat off, and then it shrinks back down.
Yeah.
So
It
it
didn't want you. I
flattened back.
wanted to take a needle to it, and like suck the air out of it, but I didn't know if it was
Yeah.
going to explode on me or chip or, I was like, forget it. I'm not going to deal with it.
It
Look
happens.
like a little boil on it.
Like a little boil, yeah.
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 Answer your question, Sid. I didn't want you to ignore you. Yes, we do. We all work on vintage cars. Do we all want to? That depends. I mean, that's a niche for a lot of PDR guys.
Yeah.
So you'll probably find a lot more that don't want to work on vintage cars than do. So because they can be very touchy and the paint is very different. It's not as
Yeah.
flexible as today's vehicles. So
Sid, to answer your question, yeah, yeah, like Mike said, we do work on them. I don't know about you, Mike, but I use a, Paul Corden's, Mobile Tech RX price guide for specialty, like the specialty price guide, how you can go on there and it starts at like $300 and change for the first inch, and then each additional inch is $100.
mm,
I use that price guide
yeah,
for exotic
yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
not just
Yeah.
exotics, but
I don't.
classic cars.
I would see why you wouldn't.
Yeah.
Dude, D Brown, I haven't seen you in a minute, man. Hope you're doing well, man. I haven't seen him for like 15 years, maybe, dude. So hope all is well, man. Um, I thought we were PDR guys, we were perfect, and nothing happens. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
we are.
Danny. Huh?
We are, Danny. But you
What
are,
do you,
Danny.
yeah,
We're not.
here's the deal on that too, because I want to get into another discussion, but like this is kind of like almost a free for all thing, and we do or let our viewers and listeners take control sometimes. But we to answer your question, I mean, if you ain't making mistakes, man, you ain't pushing yourself, man. You are not,
Yeah.
and that's going to lead to our next topic in a minute, dudes. But yeah, D, you're completely right on that. So,
Yeah.
like from the '60s. Oh yeah, I've worked on cars like in the '30s. So not that I wanted to, I was very scared to work on this car. It was like I don't know how, it was like an $8-9 million car,
Jeez Louise.
real wood paneling on it, tight windows. I was like, and you guys need to pull a lot of stuff off to do it, and I'm not going to do that.
Wow.
You know
No
me,
pressure
I'm
there.
not Mr. R&I, dude. So
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
some easy vintage cars and some terrible ones too. Oh, yeah, I haven't we all, man.
Yeah. The average
That
completely.
depends, D. I mean, that really depends. That's a all
Yeah.
over.
It really depends, yeah, yeah, on the damage, but the one problem see the most on vintage cars, and by vintage, I mean anything from early '70s back, is the repaints are crappy on so
Mm.
many of these cars. They put so much material, underneath that paint, and so often you're so limited to how hard you can hit it and what kind of knockdown you're using. I I often use the little rubber cap, knockdowns, like what you use for on your VIP tip, those little red ones that you have, Mike, that you've shown in your videos.
Yeah.
I use these black ones from a company called Ding Magic in Florida. I just order those from them. That's all I buy from them.
Oh,
You
really?
know? But
Yeah.
you can hit on the Bondo, on the where the material's thick, and without, you know, putting little divots all over the paint like you would with a regular knockdown, like a plastic knockdown tip.
Yeah. Man, tap downs are changing like crazy now. I'm welcoming them, man. I'm trying all these different tap downs. You'll see some new tap downs coming out pretty soon. It's going to change your finishing game. I mean, it's the main thing is that you understand when to use. Like, I really am super conscious about, like, okay, I'm going to grab this tap down and it's going to do its job, and goodbye. I got
Yeah.
the next guy coming in and he's going to do his job, and goodbye. It's like rotating, right?
Oh
The
yeah.
next round, because I don't want to make mistakes that are going to cause me a lot of time in the end.
Yeah.
I'm really, really conscious about how well I'm going to start the repair, and
Mhm.
how long it's going to take me. I didn't show you a picture, but I did this truck, John and I started in the morning for him, hooked it up, pulled it. I mean, it was a big dent. Pulled it
Yeah.
in all the right spots, tapped down
Yeah.
the crowns. Everything flowed like the way it was supposed to. Used the right tap downs, hardly any cleanup at the end. I
Nice.
saved so much time. I spent an hour and a half taking my time in the beginning. And man, we got it done in about 4.5 hours,
That's great.
So it
You're
was
getting
a
you guys are
twelve
getting
thirteen
really
hundred dollar
efficient.
repair. Huh?
Getting efficient on these repairs,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, and then if that's the thing, Joe, you do it again and you didn't have the time. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because
Oh,
right,
yeah.
the beginning's always you always you go over all the steps, right? Because you want to make sure that you covered your bases. And then now you don't have to go through so many steps the second time, and maybe lesser steps than the third time. So
Yeah.
until you got it down to a science, you know what I mean? So
Uh,
that's
yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's something to really consider, like when we all run into those points where it's just so difficult. We fall in the quicksand and we say, I'm never going to work on something like this again. But if you do again, you're going to be quicker, even if you shave off a little time each time until you get it down to a science.
Doug says 1918 Pierce Arrow had wood frame to hold the metal panels. I think that's my oldest rig. Oh my
Oh
gosh,
my
dude.
goodness.
Jeez. Yeah.
Jeez,
Hey, you ever
that,
seen Doug's truck, dude?
yeah, that's bad. Shoot,
I
everything
never
Doug does
like
is
when I
awesome.
first I never knew they had wood paneling in the bed of a truck, dude, until I saw his. I was like, what the
It's
hell is that, dude? Like,
That's pretty
is that
cool.
cherry wood? He's like, yeah, Doug is so
Uh,
humble. You don't really he don't really say much. You have to catch him. Like, what is that in the background, dude? you know? So
yeah, yeah.
uh
He's got a good setup over there.
yeah,
A good brand, and
that's
and
right,
the
dude.
way, everything looks, the truck matches the logo matches the truck and all that.
Oh yeah, yeah, Doug's super witty,
Yeah.
humble. You have to have a drink with him, and you're like, man, I like this guy. And I thought he didn't really, I thought this guy was a punk, man, but
Really?
uh, cool, man. So my subject was, and I think I was talking to you about it. What's your take on you? What do you? We're I would consider us old guys now, dude. Like, not old, ancient, but old guys, dude. Right?
Yeah.
And do you feel like you're just as passionate as the young guys coming into this business? Because the young guys, they're young, they're gung ho. I can relate to that, man. I'll tell you my thoughts, dude. What do you think? What's your take, Joe?
Oh, man, that's a loaded question, but
It is.
I think it's just, case specific, like, depending on the individual. In some ways, I feel younger than I did 10 years ago, because I was like old at heart. I think I've said it many times on our previous episodes about how I kind of let myself become complacent in a lot of ways, and I stopped learning, I stopped growing, and it was kind of like bitter, like a bitter affair for me. I didn't even
Mm-hmm.
love PDR, and like now I feel like I love it. I enjoy it. It's fun and challenging ourselves. And then, now we have a brotherhood. Before I was very isolated, and, it's just, I feel like I'm in my old age as an old fart. I'm like more in tune with my inner 10-year-old, in a good way, like I'm really enjoying PDR right now, and
Yeah.
and my failures too. And I think that's where I'm at now. But am I as passionate or enthusiastic as like the new the new blood? I mean, it just depends on the individual, because I've seen some guys and some people in this, not just guys, but the women that are coming in this now, and like people who are just genuinely pumped for it,
Yeah.
what no matter what level they're at. And then there's others who are, it's they don't seem to feel that. So, it is what it is. But
Well,
how about you, Mike?
well,
Yeah,
hold on a second. I'm gonna get back into you. And then, well, I want, what do you mean? Like, what gives you that? You said I know you were gung ho when you got into it, right? And
yeah,
then you had your, your parts where I think we all did at one point. I had some bad points in the, early 2000,
yeah.
but you had some low points. But now you said you're energetic, you're passionate. What's giving you that drive? What is that?
I think part of it's maturity, part of it's that, but it's also like one thing I feel like now it's like I'm more aware of who I am, and how I respond to things, and like don't get me wrong, dude. I'm not like I'm still a work in progress, like, and I accept that in myself now. I think that's what we have as old guys, um, is that we understand. I think we can have self-compassion now and realize, hey, you know what? I'm having a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for whatever reason. I mean, what's a bad PDR day? A bad PDR day isn't that bad, right? So I'll keep it PDR or business specific, like if I'm feeling, you know, depression or something, I remind myself, hey man, just take, chill out, go do some pull-ups or drink some water, you know, find something to be um, excited about. And I feel like now, and I told you about a year ago, actually about a year ago, you and I were describing like, what is our goal for like the next year, and you were asking me like, Joe, are you going to get a shop or not? And I was like, well, I'd love to get a shop, Myke, but right now, it's just not in my financial future at this point. Later on down the line, it is. So what did I tell you, Myke? I said, I'm just going to have to just do hardcore mobile, and do my best impersonation of Bryce Kelly, and, whatever that means, I mean, if I can do a fraction of what he does as far as like the skill level, I figure I'm doing pretty good.
You're
Yeah.
beyond the fraction, dude. Like
Well, hey,
I
you
I
know, well,
I don't think, there's very many people besides obviously Bryce and there's other people I haven't seen personally, but I know they're out there, right? There's probably a handful of guys, but there's not a majority of people who do what you do, Bryce does, who will take apart a car. I know Sal will do that too as well, but take apart a car and do it in the driveway, dude, right? And have it their door off the vehicle, or Mercedes, a high-end car off in the driveway. You know what I mean? I won't have my techs do that. It's coming to the shop, dude. Like, no, we're not doing that. So, but I know you don't have a choice. You either lose that client or you do it, right?
that's
You
right.
feast
That's
or
right.
famine, which is going to make you a hell of a freaking shop owner when you do get a shop, because you're going to have all the tools and then some to really do that efficiently, shall I say.
Yeah, man. I think sorry about that, dude. My wife is hatching these little baby chickens,
No, I was gonna
and there's
say
this a little
you
chicken was
sounds
hatched
like
today.
Bambi back there, dude.
I know, man. The Dr. Doolittle in this office here. Uh, I I think yeah, that's fun for me though now. It's like because like you're even each time you're challenging yourself, you're passing over this threshold, and you're more powerful than you were before you did that. Or
Yeah,
sometimes you fall flat on your face, dude,
yeah,
and it feels like shit, dude.
yeah,
You know, you feel like you're going backwards, but you remind yourself, hey, you know what? I was pushing the limits there, you know, and I think with time you learn how to set yourself up for those types of situations, and even manage the expectations of the prospect or the client. You know, you let them know, hey, look, like I did one on Monday that it was a toughie, man. You called me up, you FaceTime me at like later in, like it was like maybe 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and the sun goes down real quick now at this time of year. And you could tell, man, I was like, Myke, I gotta get going. You know, I
yeah,
had the door off of the car, it was on my hood stand, and in their driveway, and the sun, I could just see it moving, you know, and
yeah,
uh and I just, you know, I ended up putting the thing together in the dark. You know, it came out great, but it's so challenging to do that. And that's when I really questioned myself, like my sanity, like, what the hell are you doing, man? Like, maybe you should just do this in a shop. It's like, well, one day I will. But right now, I have to look at it as this, it's a challenge. It really is. And here we are, Myke, 20 odd years, you know, you're 30 years in. I'm think I'm 25 or 26 in. And I'm still finding this challenging. I still don't, I can't fix every dent still, you know? That says a lot, dude. That is a good thing, I think. You know, that there's still
yeah.
room to grow.
There's
Yeah.
so many different aspects of doing PDR too. I mean, there's a lot of ways. Like, you know, I used to, D's right. 15 years ago, you know, or 10 years ago, he's a mobile body guy, right, and painter, and used to go out and do, you know, push the paint for them. Today, day and age, I would have finished that. It's like what I was pushing for paint for him, I would finish it now. Like
Yeah.
that wouldn't be painted
Right.
anymore unless it was completely scratched.
Yep.
But you know, a lot of people have some, you know, experience, right? I mean, or some good points about here is like basically in the nutshell. And I think this might be Doug, but um, you know, PDR techs. I mean, excuse me, younger techs are getting better faster, right? Why? Why are they getting better faster? Well, yeah, they're hungry. I'm going to give them that, but they have a lot more resources to get better faster. You know, a lot more better information that is right than wrong, right? When we were younger, trying to get good at this trade, we didn't have that many resources. We didn't have video to watch and you know all this social media, YouTube, stuff like that. I'm not giving us excuses. Heck, I think in a way we worked harder to get better. You know, but it took us longer, but we worked at it. It was easier to give up than it was to keep going. You know what I mean? It was tough. Man, how many times you've done PDR in your career going in the early stages going, man, I don't know if I'm making money out of this. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get good at this, dude. You know, so I think that's a blessing for all of us who've been in the business for, you know, for a decade or longer, saying, man, I got to pat myself on the back because there's some self doubt there, a lot of self doubt.
Yeah.
So
Hey, Myke, good points, man. Uh, Respond to some of the comments. I'm going to get this little bird out
yeah,
here.
go ahead. Let's see here, guys. For years, Peter was just a job for me now until I went into my own with my business and became a passion and not just a job. Yeah, Ron, that happened to me too as well. For a little bit until a customer was, yeah. I'm not gonna get into that story, but I think I did it for scroll to go out and chase freaking girls, dude. And it worked for a little bit until it switched around. But I don't think that's rare for somebody to go in it as money and then they become passionate about it. But it does, PDR does have a bite like that. So yeah. They call it then Charles. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm getting to the comments now again, guys. You guys are getting so far ahead now. Uh As a middle-aged tech, I think we're in the perfect position, still learning from seasoned techs and getting pushed to be better by younger techs. I agree, Doug. The industry is an amazing place right now. One hundo. I think everybody's right there. You know, there's so much more room to grow. Shop, all kinds of stuff. The technology, the tools. We're a hybrid now, right? We're getting to, we're getting into become a collision slash PDR tech, paintless collision repair. Uh, man, the glue, it's crazy. But I'm gonna get serious with you guys though, right? But what you older techs, like, how much time you got left, dude? How much time? What are you doing in 10, 15 years? You want to know how fast time goes by? Go back and think about 10 years ago. Where were you 10 years ago? Did you think that 10 years was going to go that fast? Kind of scary though, in a good way, but it's scary. So, I mean, that's how I think things. And now I'm trying to be more aware of, okay, I'm going to do a video, but I'm going to make it count, right? And if I do something, it's got to be worth my time, because what are some of the things you don't get back? You don't get time. So if you're going to do something for your work, you're taking away something else, right? But it gets scary as you get older. I was talking, even Doug this morning, I was like, man, as you get older, it gets shorter. I don't know if you know if that makes sense, right? You got to be very, very, very aware of your time. And if you're young and you're aware, you're in your 20s, you're in your 30s, you're just turning 40. If you can be very, very aware of your time, I think you'll be even better at what you do, because you'll make it count even more. Is this Joe now? We here?
Yes, sir. I'm here. I'm
All
sorry
right.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife is an urban chicken farmer, so she's got these little chicken eggs that she's
That's cool, man.
like one just hatched
You guys
this
get
morning.
fresh eggs?
Real tiny chickens. It's cute. Yeah, fresh eggs, man. They're good.
Cool.
I'll bring you some one of these days. They're really good.
Yeah. Yeah. Jared, you know, Jared's a body painter guy, dude. Ex body
I
painter guy.
know. I
Yeah.
know. He he brings his wisdom from the painting and auto body world into his repairs, and you can see it, man. And he said in his comment right there, what was it? The stuff we used to fix, 15 years ago, or the stuff that wasn't fixable 15 years ago, now is daily repairs. And that's what I was going to say too, is like, he's exactly right, because that's really what I fix now. And I do fix door dings, but that's like low hanging fruit in our industry now, especially in real competitive markets like where you and I are at, Mike. You know, um, those little door dings, they almost aren't they're almost not even worth doing compared to like
Yeah.
a large
Almost.
complex dent,
Yeah.
the complex stuff just pays so much better. And what I fix a lot now, a lot, is like bottom of doors where people back out or pull in too close to the car and they hit the bottom of a door. And I mean, that's it now with the glue tension and then taking the door off. I mean, it really, I fix a lot of those now. And a
Yeah.
lot of times they're like insurance money.
Yeah. Yeah. See, Doug's bringing that up, dude. Yeah. That's exactly what we talked about. And D, do we like doing hail damage repair? Yeah, we do. I mean, it's it's a learning curve for sure. Joe and I just tag teamed a bad car last week, or 2 weeks ago, and yeah, we still do that. I was gonna mention something too, real quick, before we get into more comments, guys. Keep them coming if you want. This is me and Joe didn't really have a whole big agenda for this, because we like the audience participation. And you should hear some of the back end stories that me and Joe talk about. Not stories, conversations. I'll call them and it turns into a podcast. I'm like, damn, we should have recorded this, man, because it was organic. And that's what we're trying to create here, is organic, right? Before I get any further here, ladies and gentlemen, you guys know a Run Dent Trainer. We're having a huge sale. We're having huge giveaways. Lots of tool companies are participating again, giving out tools. And Anson is giving out $100 gift cards to people who sign up for the yearly and people who re-sign back up for the yearly. Okay, so I want to clarify that. If you are a 6 month, same thing. You get $50 if you're a 6 month, $50 if you sign back up for the 6 months. Okay, I will take your information. Mary will take your information as you sign up. We give it to Christina. She will get in contact with you, and she will send you a gift card. Not only that, we're going to have a 20% off the reoccurring, or excuse me, the memberships and stuff like that. You will be instantly in the drawing for the giveaways. And I mean, I'm talking, it's gonna be a Jerry Lewis marathon, dude, like on Cyber Monday, because that's the day I'm actually giving away the big stuff. So sign up through the thing. I will give out some winners on Friday. I will be in Mexico along with Mary, and we're hopefully our internet works, but we will be giving away some stuff live that way too as well. So don't miss it. It starts November 23rd through the 28th. And as always, we really appreciate your loyalty and being a Den Trainer member. And don't forget as well, you have access to the tool discounts if you're a subscriber. And not to mention, too, we have a few more new courses, too, in Spanish from Mario. And we got a big business course from Corey Kleinfeld. So he just released it. His is going to be on discounted as well for Black Friday, 20% off of his courses. So don't miss it. Take advantage of that. And we'll see you there next week as well. Okay. So didn't want to bombard you with that, guys. So thanks for your patience on that. So we'll see you guys too as next week on Den Trainer live throughout all the platforms too. So there you go. So back to the thing. So thanks, Joe, for letting me give a shout out.
Absolutely, man. Looking forward to that Black Friday.
Tool manufacturers are helping the longevity of belief and are making more ergonomic tools that are easier to use on the body. You ain't lying, man. You know what? And you technicians are what the tool manufacturers need too. They need feedback, man. Bring some ideas. You got one idea and you think you're going to get rich off the tool. I got news for you, man. It ain't going to happen, dude. It is a hard work being a tool manufacturer. That's why I never wanted to get into it. And unfortunately, you come out with a tool, someone copies it, someone does something. It's just, you got to have a whole arsenal of tools to really get your foot in the ground, dude. So probably the best thing to do is license your idea. So I know there's some companies out there that will do it too. So
that's a whole nother subject, isn't it? I mean, here's the thing though, like, as bad as that sounds, is like people stealing ideas and stuff or running with someone else's idea. The other side of that is with that competitiveness of getting a product out there. And, that's where progress is made, right? You get something, you'll get like look at the whole straighteners. You and I had a whole discussion when I was down there at your place a couple weeks ago, and we were comparing the whole straighteners, and it's like, this one's better because of this, or this one's better than that, and each time something comes out, it comes out a little bit better or a little bit better, or maybe just preference wise, you might like something better than, and someone else might like something different. But, that's where progress is made. Right. And that's happening right now so much at a breakneck pace. And I really think, like you said, like you guys as PDR technicians and trying things out there, you guys have tried some stuff that we haven't, or maybe we've tried stuff that you haven't, or whatever. But you have to communicate to those manufacturers and say, look, this is what I need. Like Myke said, I need this tool, with a specific purpose. And these, because the manufacturers just don't know, because they're not out there in the field, in the trenches, doing the repairs. And that said, I think that it's all connected really to the higher prices that PDR technicians are getting paid now, thanks to, once again, Paul Corden, for bringing his price guide out and in getting us on board with having a system. Because I noticed that since we've been getting more paid better, we're able to, quite frankly, it gives us more resources, right? Better equipment, better innovations, and we're keeping the manufacturers in business, and they're thriving now as a result.
Yeah. How many think about, like, let's go back 5 years ago or 3 years ago. Let's just go back let's just say 5 years ago. I mean, how many times were you doing insurance work, dude?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, how many times were you mentioning it to a customer that you were going to do? And hey, we can take care. We can, if you want to file a claim,
Mm.
and then you're trying to keep it under $500. Scott, I'm gonna go to the ultra thing. Yes, I'll be there because I don't think I got anything students that week, so I will probably be able to make that. So hopefully I'll see you over there, dude. So
I didn't know about that one.
yeah, I've actually, I should say it right now. I think it's gosh, when is it, Scott? I don't want to be mistaken. I think it's like a week or two before MTE.
Okay.
So okay. Scott,
Right.
hopefully if he's still listening, or just go to ultradenttools.com. I'm sure they already have something on their site. So ultradenttools.com. Go to ansonpdr.com. They have a toy drive. They're going to be in December, the first weekend of December. I think it's the 3rd or 4th. It's a Saturday. And then Andy's the 19th. So of this month right here. A week before. So yeah, I think the 21st or something like that. So cool. All right. What else is on your mind?
Hey, no mamas is in the house. What's
No
up, Miguel?
mames. Let Miguel. Wait. So, I want to talk about. Listen, guys, ladies. I see ladies. Where my ladies at here? I used to see Lisa on here. Mo used to pop in here. Mel sometimes used to be here. Yeah, I guess they're getting too busy now. These ladies. That's good. So, anyways, what I got here? I'm gonna go real quick here. So, listen, you guys are doing it's video time these days, man. Right? We have to do a lot of video. Well, what's more important than the quality of your video, like picture wise? Well, we know phones are getting really, really good, right? Well, what's up with your audio, man? Like, you needed something to hook up to your phone and just really run and gun? I got an answer for you guys, man. Right here, I've been using this little system right here, this DJI thing, man. This thing is bomb.com. You guys know me, man. So check this out. You open this up. You got this thing will connect to your phone, your iPhone, or it'll connect to your Android. It'll connect to your camera. And then you got 2 transmitters right here. So you and your boy or girl or whoever, your guest, maybe you want to do a interview with one of your customers, man. And it's a charging case. So picture this like a big giant AirPods, man. So that's basically what it is. It's got a magnetic thing in here, so if you want to hide it underneath your shirt and clips, it can hide this way. This is a microphone. This thing is freaking awesome, man. Listen, you can see your display on your phone, so your phone will be like facing you, right? And then here's your meters and your all that stuff. It is freaking cool. How much is it? Well, put it on your Christmas list or tell your wifey to get it because it is $329, man. It's well made. It ain't cheap. I love it. I absolutely freaking love it. And you're gonna get such good audio quality out of your phone, your camera. It blows everything I've had. I even have the Go wireless too, and I'm a tech nut, but I want to make sure that my audio and my video is really good, and I think you guys will like that. DJI wireless mic system, lavalier system. You can also connect a lav to it if you want to, and then have it here for some reason. But I don't think you'll really need to do that much. But something for you guys to use for your phones. Check it out. If that's something that interests you, you guys can go check it out. $329. You got it on Amazon. You can get it like almost everywhere you can think of. So, yeah. What do you think, Joe? What happened to your audio? You mute yourself?
Whoops. Yeah,
Oh,
I did. I didn't want them to hear me blowing my nose or something. Little chickens peeping in the background here. Yeah, man, it sounded good, dude. Like you sent me 2 videos earlier today, and I just couldn't believe how you're walking around your whole shop and like there's no echo. It's like you're right there against the phone, but your phone was on the tripod, and you're across the other end of the shop, and
Yeah.
I can hear you loud and clear, crystal clear. So I think that's why our listeners would want to consider buying that and using that in your videos, like when you're out there, when you guys are, explaining, even just briefly explaining your repair, and you're away from the phone. Your phone is on your camera, rather, your phone and is on the tripod, and you're away from it. But you're in front of it, so
Yeah.
they
Good
can hear you.
good audio immerses your viewer. Okay.
Yeah.
What they say always is the rule of filmmaking or any kind of video making is they say you rather have better audio than video, because if the audio is terrible, they won't watch it. It's done. So that's why audio is important to me. I get excited about this. And $329, that's freaking cheap. Now you could get the little Rode mic, video mic me, and it's a shotgun mic, but you have no flexibility as far as if you walk away or if you're gonna grab something, whatever, or you can't put it on someone else. It's freaking great. Hey, there's our lady. We got Lisa.
Lisa, welcome.
What's going on, Lisa? So Lisa is also a police officer as well. That's what she
Oh,
does
really?
mainly. Yeah. So
Right on.
be safe out there, Lisa. All right.
Yeah,
So
be safe.
get them bad guys. So
Speaking of, there she is.
yeah, you can hear
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Yeah. I always got some freaking sirens around here.
Just sound
So
effects, man.
Mitch from Ultra called me a few days ago. Ultra is opening a tool store on the East Coast, I believe North Carolina, but I could be wrong. I wouldn't be surprised. So probably with Mitch. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. The other thing is one of my things that I like is this flashlight here, guys. So I got this from this. I'm talking about Christmas toys right now, dude. Okay, I got this from Snap-on, and cool little light. And you're like, oh yeah, okay, whatever. Well, it's pretty cool because look at this. All right, right. We got a light right here. We got a light right here, and we got a light right there. This, and it's magnetic too, by the way. Okay. It's so bright, man. Like I go outside and I just go out and point with this thing, and it's dark around my shop at night. It is, you guys know, right? You know what I'm gonna say. What's I'm gonna say, Joe? What's my favorite word, dude? It is. All right, come on. First one to say what I'm going to say wins a tool, wins a pack of tap downs from Anson. So get like, what's my phrase? What's my phrase? I say
it's
I'm not going to even. Who is it? Who said it? Oh, Ron won. Ron. Look at Jared's like,
bomb.com. Thank you.
Bomb.com, dude.
Shows how much I listen to you. Dude. I'm only here to hear myself, man.
It's bomb.com.
Bomb.com.
Yeah,
all right.
Congratulations, Ron. Message me your address, and I will send you a pack of the Pee-wee, the firing pin, and the other one, dude. So those are, you got a pack of those, dude. And don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be doing a lot of these same type of stuff on Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. Okay. So, but the sale starts Wednesday. So get in on it. Get in on it early so you're in the drawing more through the week. Does that make sense? Okay. So, okay. Yeah. Okay, back to this, dude. So there is a lot of possibilities you could use this. Inspect inside of a door, inside of a panel, tight areas, have it point to you. You ever do even a video? You know what I do? I set this up on the panel. I lay it down, like, okay, I lay it down on the panel, and I'm doing a tap. You guys, all those videos, you're like, hey, man, how does you get that good lighting right there? Right. That's a flashlight.
Yeah.
I click it right there, and it's points right in the back, because you have your front light, right? And you're trying to show your shot, and it's dark. It's like a silhouette, right? Because you're tapping or you're pushing. All it does is look like a giant black shadow, right? But you see the light because the light is blowing out the camera. Well, you turn this little sucker on, dude, and you got some nice light coming right. Look at right. Oh, excuse me. Can I do it? There.
Yeah, like when you're knocking down a high spot, and it just shows that knockdown nice and bright, and
Yeah.
everything looks really crisp with that light on it. Yeah, you showed me
You
that
guys,
before, and I thought that was really cool, man.
if I can put the model number up there, screenshot it right there. There it is. Look there. Okay. It's not cheap, but I'm telling you, it's really well made. This is metal too, by the way.
How much is it?
Okay. $70.
Oh, that's not bad, man.
No.
It's like
USB-C.
it's like HID lights, right?
And they warranty them. They warranty them. I mean, come on, man.
And how does it charge?
USB-C.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, you can put it in. I keep it in my pocket all the time because I use it a lot.
Yeah.
Dude. I even use it when I'm inspecting stuff, dude.
It fits down in the window channel so you can see the brace.
Yeah,
and all that.
you can. Yeah. So I
Right
use the
on.
wedgie light. I use that. I use whatever I can to inspect those panels now. It's like it's rare that when a customer comes in, I will not just give them a price. I need to see. I need to know what I'm doing now. I need to see the sound deadening behind there. So hey, put those on your list, ladies and gentlemen. I've got another cool camera. I got a 360 camera I'm testing right now. I can't get it to sync with my phone right now, but so I'm not going to talk too much about that until later. But DJI has another, a gimbal. It's called the DJI 6 or whatever it is, and that looks really way more promising than the old ones. So, and you put this, you connect it on your phone, right? You click it here. Now it's a magnetic, and then easily does your phone with your your DJI microphone, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Look at Toledo trying to have everybody spend money, dude. So
they're definitely gonna be spending money.
It's a write-off. That's a write-off. It's a write-off. So it's a write-off.
It's a write-off.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it, man. What else? All of a sudden you guys are quiet. What happened?
Baller alert, Andy.
Baller alert. freaking Andy, man. Hey, Ron, don't forget to send me that info, please. Okay, I'll get those out to you. Actually, I got a whole giant batch of those things coming, and tips are just I love tap down tips, dude. So I didn't say the other word. I like that too, but I'm not freaking gonna say it, dude. I'm trying to get in trouble, man. My wife's gonna go, you know what? You didn't need to say that. All right. All right, fine. I'm in trouble now. See, if Joe's laughing, it means I'm gonna get in trouble, dude. So
you're always in trouble, man.
I am. Dude.
Come on.
I am.
I'm trying to go through these comments to see if we addressed all the.
I just know all the bad words of the Filipinos. So that. So.
We're gonna turn this into a Filipino
no
language class.
No, you won't.
I know a few words.
You'll never see me. What happened to Myke? He disappeared, dude. I think some of his body parts are over there in the freaking Pacific Ocean. Yeah. Well, I guess that's good, man. I think we're just having fun, man. I hope you guys are all having a great Thanksgiving. I hope you have a safe one as well. Come back in one piece. Hey, shout out to Lee Shuri, you guys. I'm not sure. You know Dent Ding King, right?
Yeah, I know Lee.
He was in the hospital for 6 days. Did you know that?
I did not know, man.
He's in the hospital for 6 days. I don't want to get into too much of his health stuff, dude, but he had it was just in there, and he's recovering. He's fine. He's out. He's doing a little bit of work. He's back on his feet. And if you guys get a chance, if you don't mind, message him and tell him that hey, hang in there and get back to health, and which he is doing. I know that. Don't worry, he's not. He's fine right now, guys.
Okay.
But I think if you're a PDR tech, you've probably gotten a comment from Lee at one point of your posting. So
positive comment.
The most positive, soft-spoken, genuine guy you'll meet, man. Okay. And so I just thought that'd be a mention if you guys can just give a shout out to him and check in on him. It's Lee Shuri from Dent Ding King, dude. So you can find him at Dent Ding King on Instagram. So
thank you for
I hope you listen, She. Yeah.
I'll give him a call, man. I wasn't aware of that, and I'm really
Yeah, he's
bummed to
one of
hear
those
that.
guys. He ain't gonna tell you, man.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Uncle Mike got to say something, dude.
Yeah,
So
well, thanks for
you
doing
know,
that. We
yeah.
should all give him a ring or reach out to him on social media and
Thanks,
say
Andy.
hey.
Yeah, yeah. Bedtime story. You missed it, Miguel. I did my my story about the two guys who went to Mexico, dude. You heard that, and the guy said pinata pinata. You heard that one. Miguel's like, yeah. I can't tell the barbecue one over there and the
Yeah.
Vatican one, dude. I can't do that one, dude. So anyways, all right, guys, we're out. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody there. Thanks for supporting us, and I wish you guys all a happy and safe one. We'll see you on the giveaways on all the platforms. I'll see you guys. Mary and I will see you starting next Friday, okay, on all the platforms, and then the big shenanigan bang on Cyber Monday. Okay, take care, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving.
Take care, guys. Thank you.